Hello, welcome to IMHO.
In my homosexual opinion, I'm Uncle Moobs Chan.
And I'm Dixie Lynn Quarantine. Welcome back, everyone.
Hello.
We did it last week. We had a little split screen, and we're back again. I think we're doing great.
I think it's
We're
working.
thriving. We're thriving in this.
You know, I will say that there probably is a challenge that we have to juggle ourselves, and that is with the delay of doing a voice call. And honestly, we kind of killed it.
I worry about, maybe we're beating the machines, and I don't want to make them angry. So let's just thank the machines for working with us, and we won't just throw it in their stupid machine faces that we killed it.
Compliance, remember compliance.
You're Uncle Chan today. What's going on?
Mm-hmm. Well, I packed up all the wigs, all the dresses, put them in a box, and put a lot of it up for donation too. Gonna spread the queen out, but I am moving. Tomorrow I move up to Andersonville, and wow, what a great time to be moving.
Plot twist, we're both moving this weekend. By the time you see this, we will have moved. But as we're filming this, Chan, you're moving tomorrow. I'm moving Sunday, so I've still got one more day. So I let the wigs out. I kept the wigs out because I still have one more day to pack.
Let her breathe.
Thank you for doing this on the eve of your move. That is stressful. But we are moving super close to each other. Like, really close.
Mm-hmm. Like 5 minutes
5-minute
walking.
walk.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be nuts.
That's nuts.
The things we're going to do. We are going to film as much as we do now, and no more, no less.
I'll see you at the Sunwa Barbecue whenever that reopens.
Right? I was about to say where my building was, if it was across the street or next to it, but I'm not going to say that because I got stalkers.
Oh, yes.
Well, they're called bill collectors in some cultures, but in mine, it's stalkers.
They're big fans, and all they want is your autograph.
Fans. My autograph and, my taxes paid on time. Okay, let's just dive into this because I want to get through this. How long was this episode? 3.5 hours?
It was so long. It was so long.
We should, again, acknowledge the fact that we are on a 3-way call. Alexis is in our ear. Okay, you don't have to yell, Alexis. So, on occasion, she will wheeze, and I will try to remember to add those wheezes in post-edit, post-prod.
Post-op.
Oh, I'm getting word that she's sending fresh wheezes. Thank you, Alexis. Truly a hero among Bevels.
I have to say, your boobies are looking real good tonight.
Thank you! Well, I said quarantines. Oh, no, I fucked that up. That's why you do the boob ones. I can't say titties with a straight face because I was raised Christian. These are Cocoa Beach titties.
What does the bikini say?
It says Florida, but I realized when I showed you that in our Instagram live video that we just did, I'm not wearing underwear, and I think one of my testicles was hanging loose.
Oh my god.
Don't go back and watch our live, please.
I'm glad I saved
for your health. I heard that the runway was Cape. I thought they meant like Cape Cod. So I got all ready to show up. Can you imagine me walking into Cape Cod like this?
I would have preferred to see them do Cape Cod. That would have been great to see them bring out a physical geographical mass.
They'd all be in seersucker, and then Aiden would be in the same wig. So let's jump into this episode, because we have a lot to talk about. The first and foremost, so sad. Rockham is gone. They could all hear her sobbing while they were standing on stage. That's sad.
It is sad. And they kept some of those audio bites, and you can just hear the crying echoing, and it's kind of like sinister. Like, the way that she cries is kind of like the cries you hear in a horror movie.
It's the cries you hear when someone's child is kidnapped in a period drama. Like, it was this guttural, just from the deep, like, ooh, that was hard.
It's real. It's real. I felt for her.
Did you see that she watched our review last week?
I did. That was awesome. That she
had a giggle at us making fun of her for crying.
I'm glad.
We weren't making fun of her crying. We were making fun of how uncomfortable we were.
We were making fun of how she was crying.
That's true. You know what? Now that you say it back to me, you are correct.
Are we bullies? I hope not.
So then, of course, they sit down on the couches, they're chatting. We get back to I just need to show them how goofy I am. I think what it may be a language barrier in that I think she just means funny.
Mm-hmm.
To me, funny and goofy are different. So maybe that's what it is. Maybe she's saying like, I am a funny person, but I'm here, but she's saying goofy. So to me, I immediately go to Jerry Lewis, Bozo the Clown, Boo Boo the Fool.
Boo Boo the Fool, Mickey Mouse.
I immediately go to Mickey Mouse.
I go to Mickey Mouse, the Goofy.
Jackie was like, we know you're goofy. And I was like, no, she's not goofy.
She's not goofy.
I mean, if your definition of goofy is like smoking a cigarette in a black and white room and thinking about your childhood and what went wrong, yeah, she's probably goofy as fuck.
Also, if you're goofy, you're like, goofy people are not self-aware that they are goofy. They get that title assigned to them. Oh, you goofy.
If you have to ask yourself, am I goofy? You're not goofy.
You can't say that you're humble. Someone has to assign that to you.
Exactly. You can't pick your own nickname.
You can't pick your own nickname.
Do you think I wanted my nickname in college to be Sissy Peas or Pants? Yes, actually, I did want that. But I didn't pick it. It was given
and
to
it kind of stuck.
In college, in ninth grade. I was a ninth grader in college. I was very, very smart. My freshman year in college, that's where I was going. At a Southern Baptist college in Mississippi, I got crabs. And I was so worried because we were all supposed to be virginal and stuff, especially not like getting it from dudes. But after a lot of washing and prayer, they died. Did you know they look like little crabs?
Yeah, microscopic little crabs, yeah.
Yeah, you can see them with the naked eye. Like, so I was like, itchy, itchy, itchy. I went to the bathroom and I looked down and I was like, oh, I got a pet store. They're adorable.
Have you had crab butter dipping sauce?
No, I haven't, but I applaud your transition. That was pretty great. That was seamless.
You know, you say crab, I immediately go to crab mukbang, and I'm thinking about that garlic butter dipping sauce that crab goes into. But then when I think about you having crab, it just changes everything.
That just shows how different our upbringings were. You immediately go to like a pleasant food thing, and I go to some scary sexual moment. Do I have a crab on here? Do I have a crab? Yeah, look, I have a crab on my necklace.
A Cape Cod crab.
Then they talk about like Aiden being in the bottom. She should have been in the bottom. Why wasn't she in the bottom? That's just foreshadowing for Untucked.
Yeah.
In Untucked, she really gets it. So, I don't know. Any other thoughts on that?
Well, pretty much the entire storyline is now at the apex of Aiden and why she should be here. And that's what is taking up a lot of airtime. So it's a lot of her defending herself and other people making attacks.
That's not what you want your storyline to be this early in the series. I mean, I know we're technically episode 5, but only a couple girls have gone home. I mean, we're really technically episode 3. You're 3 episodes in and the entire cast wants you to go home. Where do you go from here?
Yeah, and every post-elimination or conversation in the Untucked room is going to be about, wow, I can't believe that person went home and you're still here.
Unless she bounces back in some strange way and makes some huge win, maybe next week's challenge is who can wear the same wig twice. Maybe then she'll bounce back. But until then, if she just continues kind of being safe or low safe,
yeah.
How much?
Imagine next week's theme being Black Kitty Cat Bus Driver Bowl Cut Wig. Who can slay it?
Who can talk about big cities like they've never been to one challenge? You know, every time she's like, well, it's not my fault. They're from the Big Apple. I hear they don't go to sleep at night. Come on, girl. Don't act like you've never heard of a city.
I love that when they asked her if she knew what knew who Mae West was, she said, well, not in the way that y'all probably know her. I was like, what do you mean?
What does that mean? Well, you know, when you go to your big city colleges and all you do is talk about Mae West and shit.
And you major in Mae West.
You know, you major in big city living and Mae West evenings. I don't know. All right, so we go to the next day. They all come in out of drag, and they're talking about who's the trade of the season. Jada said she was the trade, which I said she was the trade when we got Meet the Queens. But now,
yeah,
who's your trade of the season?
You know what? Jada is very handsome. I would say Jada and...
Oh, before you say it, can I guess who I think is trade for you?
Yes.
I see Crystal as being your trade.
I do think Crystal's very attractive. You know what? It's Crystal, Jada, and Gigi. I think those three.
Gigi?
Yeah.
Really? Are you sure that's not just... No, I mean, I don't mean it like that. She is. She's very attractive. For you, I don't know. She just seems... Are you sure it's not the artistry that you're attracted to?
I think so. I think that's what it is. I'm really attracted to people who are like dedicated to their artistry.
I think my trade of the season is Jackie. He's got that like cartoon handsome face, and that
she has like she does have a Disney. She has a Disney prince face.
But I love her and her husband. They watch the show. We love you, Casey. So we find out they're going to do a maxi challenge, which is Grey's Anatomy. Grey's Anatomy, fun fact, is still on the air. It's been on for 34 years. Mm-hmm. It's been on longer than Gigi's been alive, I'm sure. And the mini challenge is pull a pill. I mean, it wasn't a mini challenge, but they had to pull a pill.
Pull a pill.
So Gigi pulls the pink pill, and she goes, ooh, the pink pill. And then Nikki pulls it, and she goes, isn't this so goofy of me? I have pulled the pink pill. I am so goofy. Can you believe I pulled the pink pill? It is so goofy. And then she smoked a cigarette and she looked away.
I like this moody French character.
Can you believe that I pulled the pill? Everyone else's pill looks different from mine, but mine looks goofy. Okay, so then they all just go around and they pick roles, basically. They're like, whatever role you want. Aiden wanted a specific role, and then Widow wanted a role that a queen who doesn't exist wanted. Mm-hmm. So that was weird that she got into a fight.
They were fighting over the disabled character. They were fighting over... Well, I want the wheelchair. I want to be the old lady in the wheelchair.
It's RuPaul's Drag Race. RuPaul's Drag Race is when it comes to comedy and their skits, if you could be an old character, if you can fart a lot, if you could be ugly, they love that shit.
If you could be, a sex worker.
Anything that is just like low-hanging fruit, they'll take it. You didn't make a balls joke.
Low-hanging fruit.
Was that too low-hanging for you? Missed opportunity.
That was too low-hanging. I didn't want to go for it, but tickle, 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 tickle.
They do not give Aiden the part that she wanted because they said she couldn't deliver.
Yes.
Which, who cares? And then Widow... I get the Widow one. I get that they went with someone else because they thought that person had more personality for that role. But why not just give Aiden the role she wanted and just give Widow the leftover? Mm-hmm.
And honestly, why fight over these characters? It's not like this is like a really developed script. What they're about to do is like a college improv show. It really doesn't matter what character you are. You're going to end up screaming. I know you're going to start screaming.
Yeah, exactly. You're just going to try and get your volume louder than everyone else around you. Mm-hmm. It may not have been a developed script, but it was a long one. So they go into their rehearsals. Widow immediately starts pouting. Mm-hmm. Okay, you didn't get the part you wanted, but to Aiden's credit, Aiden was like, okay, fine, I'll be Mae West. Even though I'm not from a big city and I didn't get to major in Mae West, I'll still do it. She didn't even minor in Mae West. And she still made it work.
The only thing you can control is your attitude about it, so just fix the attitude.
Yeah. When Britta was talking to Aiden about, she was giving her a pep talk, and she goes, we were in the bottom 2 last week. So this week, we have to bring it. Wow, you should absolutely be the football coach at the final scene of the movie that needs to give the final pep talk before everyone wins the big World Series game.
Moved. I'm moved to tears.
Yeah. We were the bottom, now we need to bring it. And then Aiden goes, yeah. Rue comes in to do her walk around. We learn that Jackie used to collect poo-poo for her mom.
Aww. A lot of sweet stories from family
you.
this episode. A lot of sweet stories.
Oh, yeah. When carrying poop for your mother is the easiest family story that was told this episode. You know this episode was dark.
Yes.
I don't know about you, but hearing that she carried poop around for her mom made her more attractive.
Mm-hmm.
Then Aiden tells Rue that she's out of her comfort zone with the show, and then Rue just shuts it down. And she goes, yeah, everyone is. Aiden's like, but they're from the big city. They're the Mae West majors. And then she's like, it's not a thing. Shut up. Okay, Rue.
Mm-hmm.
She had a fire.
Wait, literally everyone is in a new environment right now. Everyone is in a pressure cooker, not just you.
She even, Rue even kind of broke the fourth wall a little in that she, looked to where we know a wall doesn't exist. Oh, is this is normal for somebody?
Mm-hmm.
She was like, this is not normal. She came with a fire lit under her today. There must have been a problem at her fracking ranch.
Oh.
Something must have happened because she was not having it.
Girl.
More pressure. More gas. Jada tried to have her LaShawn Beyond moment, and in her talking head said, this isn't RuPaul's excuse race. Good try, girl.
Good try. Well, you know what? She got the line in. At least it made the final cut.
Jada went back to her quarantine and she was like, this is it. I got that line in. I'm the next LaShawn Beyond.
I bet she watched that episode tonight and was like, damn, I'm good. After she saw herself say that.
Oh, I gotta get on the phone with my merch guy. Hello?
Go ahead and fulfill those shirts. Go ahead and make those orders.
Is this Mr. Cafe Press? Have I got a shirt idea for you? Then we go to the filming with Carson.
I'm never laughing my ass off at these acting challenges. I think it's really funny when it's cringy.
Do you know who impressed me with this one that I didn't expect to be impressed because the role didn't really call for it?
Who?
Was Jackie. Jackie, the voice she used. She had that little comedic voice. Because Meredith Gay, I think, at least her part of Meredith Gay before the face transplant was supposed to be very one note. She was kind of the straight man,
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Mm-hmm.
I really liked it. She brought a little character to that.
Yeah. She also wore that wig she just looked like a real lady. She looked like a real lady.
That was a lady. That was a lady doctor who has been on a TV show for too long. One thing that did make me laugh, though, was... Well, not laugh. I didn't laugh a lot this episode. One thing that made me go, was when Widow was so angry and pouty the whole episode. Then she gets up there and she does the role and Carson gives her a compliment and suddenly she's all laughs. This is the most fun I've ever had in my whole life. This is perfect.
I'm having fun. I'm really enjoying myself.
I was like, I get it, girl. That's exactly me. Exactly.
Right.
I'm like, I hate this. I hate everything. I should quit drag forever. And someone goes, I like your hair. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm a supermodel now.
Words of affirmation. A way of love. We love it.
That's a language of love.
Yours is gifting, though. I know that.
Actually, I think my receiving, I joke that mine is gifting, but I think my receiving one is quality time. But not too much quality time. Can I tell you something?
Girl, I know where this is going.
I like to take showers to decompress, kill the polar bears, and just be by myself.
Yes, ma'am.
You know? And during this quarantine, my fiance and I are on top of each other all the time, which I love. I love being with him. But that's my one spot, is the shower. And I will ask him, hey, I'm gonna go take a shower. Do you need to use the bathroom? And he's like, no, I'm fine. And I'm like, wonderful. So I get in the shower. It gets to just the right amount of steam. I'm feeling great. And then I hear the door. And he's like, I'm so sorry, babe, I have to poop. That has happened the last 3 times in a row. It's not just that I'm no longer alone. It's that I now have to sit in this steam that I've created with a scent that his body has created. And it's the mixture. It's not good.
Not good.
Then you can never start over. You can never start a relaxing shower over once you're mid-shower. You know?
You just feel dirty. You just feel wrong.
So anyway, his body will be found by the state, I'm sure.
So they talked a little bit about this very funny topic. I noticed it at first too, and I thought I was the only one that caught it. I'm sure a lot of people caught it though. Britta spits when she talks. Big old veneers. You see those nice shiny teeth spitting forward, kind of just ready to shoot at you.
Yeah.
She likes to enunciate. She likes to make sure every word is said through every crevice through her mouth.
Yes.
And you
She's
know
getting
what?
her money's worth on those veneers.
Yes, she is. Yes, ma'am. She has
Do you remember
big
that?
teeth, like big mouth. Like that's her big ass teeth.
Do you remember that game? Did you have that game of the crocodile and you had to like pull his teeth out, and if you pulled the wrong tooth, he'd start going like that?
Oh my god. Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
That's what, because they're these giant white teeth, which I think is funny because crocodiles obviously don't have like bright white teeth. But it just reminds me, it makes me think of Britta at the dentist. The dentist is like, hang on, let me just get this tooth. And she's like, hang on, I'm gonna.
Oh, I want veneers. But if I got veneers, I would still want my gap.
Yeah, your gap is very you. I definitely want veneers. One day, I don't just want veneers, I want a full mouth of teeth. I want to be able to chew with both sides of my mouth. Alexis in my ear said, yeah, you and I don't have a choice, Dixie. We're either going to have to get new teeth or we're just going to start eating applesauce. Correct, my dear friend. Before we move to them getting ready, there was a commercial, because, we're watching live now that we're not working at Sidetrack, the video bar. We get to watch the commercials. One commercial that I kept seeing over and over, Chan, they were attacking you and your livelihood. It was the anti-vape commercial.
Oh my gosh.
Did you see this? Where the woman said she tried to vape and it gave her anxiety, and now she can no longer vape, and she vaped so you don't have to.
What?
I need a response, please, ma'am.
Wait, I am not getting those commercials. The only commercials that I see over and over again are ones for basketball wives. Why are they targeting you with vapes? I'm literally only getting basketball wives commercials.
It's from like the anti-tobacco company or something. And she's like, I vaped and it gave me anxiety. And I was like, really? That's what you got? I have anxiety.
You have...
Bring it on.
Anxiety, everyone has
didn't
anxiety.
Yeah, if anything, now you're living more of a full human experience by having what we all have.
Yeah.
Thank you, vape.
Thank you, babe. So it's the next day, and we have the camera on Miss Blake Pie real quick. And we get a little bit of emotion from Jackie, and then we learn that Jackie's mom isn't supportive of her lifestyle. Dixie, you got supportive parents?
You can't relate. My parents are very supportive. I talk to them every day about like anal sex. Ooh, I talk to them about the Democratic Party and how well everything's going for us right now. Yeah, I mean, I've had mom stuff for sure. My mom and I are in a much better place, but she's still a good Southern woman who's trying to navigate the world with a queer ass son. Jackie's mom doesn't even know she does drag. At least my mom. My mom knows. She's not thrilled, but she knows.
Well, she has to juggle with being first generation, which I can definitely relate to that. She is definitely coming from a conservative background. I definitely felt for her when she was bearing her soul.
What about?
Yeah,
I mean,
really
I think we've talked about this on the show before, but just to recap. But your family, your mom's pretty supportive, right?
Yeah, she's pretty supportive now. She's come around to it, but for most immigrant parents, they just want to see their son or daughter or whatever, or child blend into American society as seamlessly as they can and try to be as ordinary and monotonous as the next American, trying to make sure that they achieve that American dream. And I think queer immigrants are a very special exception where we can still find fulfillment and happiness in life and financial stability. And as long as we show that to our parents, then they see how happy and fulfilling this lifestyle can be. So as long as you can prove that with evidence to the parents, they're pretty happy for you.
Jada said that. Jada said,
Mm-hmm.
you know, once she sees truly how happy you are and what a success you are, all parents, deep down, even if they have to fight through all of their prejudices, eventually they get to that place that they just want their kid to be happy.
Mm-hmm.
I hope.
It's as if all humans want the same thing. It's as if humans just all want the same thing.
A good sandwich.
A good sandwich.
Like Liz Lemon said, all humans just want a good sandwich. We're all the same. Family stuff is just so, believe me, I think someone said in a comment on our video last week, I feel like IMHO is just Dixie working out her childhood trauma in front of us.
That's beautiful.
And I was like, yeah, growing up queer is hard. And it doesn't immediately get better as you become an adult. It doesn't even get better just because you've aged. I'm 35, I'll be 36 this year. Like, you would think at this point I'd have everything worked out with my family, but oh no. No. But we're very lucky that we do get to choose our family. So, Chan, you're my mommy now.
Mommy.
No, I'm your mommy.
Aw. Yeah, you're literally my mommy. And Alexis is my nanny McPhee.
That's true. She does contour very Nanny McPhee. I think that your mom is proud of you, Chan, because you have, you said they want you to be a bland, regular American, and you're sitting in front of a pink, fuzzy fart blanket. And I feel like there's nothing more American than that. And then we move into something even sadder. Widow was talking about her mother died in a car accident when she was 17. And she had a fight with her, and she stormed out of the house, and then her mother died. That gutted me.
I hope she doesn't let that last fight be the lasting memory of her and her mother. Like, I hope that she knows that that fight is just something silly and petty and that doesn't define.
And that's not what her
memory.
mom would want her to even dwell on.
Well, she's a star now. She's doing.
She's a star now.
She's doing great things, big things.
And no matter how we may feel about her drag, her performance on the show, the vulnerability she showed and the pain that she was in, I'm just, my heart goes out to her, truly. Now let's tear down her runway. Now that we've done all the sad, do you want to take it to the runway? Runway?
Run. Yeah, let's take it to the runway. Category is capes.
I think it was Planet of the Capes. Excuse me. Let's not.
Oh, Planet of the Capes.
Let's not downplay that beautiful wordplay. But before we get to that, let's talk about Rue. Rue walks out in her beautiful draped green sequin gown. She had on the orange hair. She was looking all kinds of leprechaun.
That fabric, it was that New Year's fabric. You know what I'm talking about? That shine.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah. It doesn't look as good up close, but under lights, perfect.
On an Akira cell rack, looks good.
And the hair, that color hair looks so good on her. She looked great.
Something about her wig line is just so right. I think her being bald, she's onto something.
But moving on from her, the guest judge, Normani.
Ow! She looked hot. She looked good. She looked heavenly.
So
she looked like a little baby angel. She had her hair down and then the little back afro. The blue looked so good. Her eyes.
The ruffle, the one arm ruffle. Jan tweeted, she tweeted something about imagine being on a runway in front of Normani and not knowing the cultural significance of motivation because you were filming the whole time. Yeah, that was
while it was number one.
People were,
right.
People were like, well, where was the motivation lip sync? Well, it wasn't where it was now. No one at the time really knew. The girls didn't know that Normani was like exploding at that time.
Mm-hmm.
They were just like, oh, cool.
They're just like, oh, a beautiful woman is judging me. Perfect.
All right, so should we start with the runway? Should we start with Jada?
Yes. Ooh, yes. We should start with Jada. Jada Essence Hall in her beautiful pink shoulder Jimmy Neutron cartoony look. What did we think about it?
Well, first of all, it's stunning. She blew me away.
Mm-hmm.
She makes everything. But when she said Jimmy Neutron, I'm glad I was sitting down. That was brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
Of course she knew the reference. Of course. That's a good drag queen.
Yeah.
What did you think?
Her makeup is impeccable. She can style everything that she wears beautifully. I'm so happy that she makes all of her own things too, because, you know, someone will roll up in a picture like hair done by this, face done by that, dress done by this and that, and photo done by that. I'm like, damn, what did you do? You know what I mean? Someone said that. Who said that? Anyway, she is a true queen. True queen. She does it all.
I can't wait to get to the point where I can say hair done by this, dress done by this. Like, that's truly, I can't wait to be that person.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be interested to see once we start getting lower, like once we start getting less and less girls, what they nitpick about her. Because I can't imagine they'd be able to do too much.
Mm-hmm. Like, what are they going to clock? They cannot clock the unclockable. Up next, we had Brita Filter in her Little Red Riding Hood lace and skirt. It was assless chaps, and you could just see her thigh region. Her body was looking good. Ooh. I thought it was a really polished look.
I thought it was absolutely gorgeous. I loved the string. She had like the red kind of string zigzags all throughout. It was just so polished. Even if her performance didn't blow you away, which it was fine, the look was so on. I think the judges just hate her. Because I thought that look was brilliant.
Yeah, they're giving her a hard time. They said that it looked like she was going to the club. Is that what they said?
Yeah, they said, you just look like you're going to the club. We're in a club, ma'am. That's where we work.
Girl, that's where we work. Or where we used to. You know what's funny about Brita Filter? Is that she is like the drag queen's drag queen. You know, mama, I'm talking this mama shade tea, this mama, I'm just the tease, this girl, that's the house, the face, the body. You know what I mean?
Very sugar, very sugar.
Very, very that. It was kind of funny to see her be emotional because she still has that, but she's like crying. She's like, mama, I'm just feeling it, girl. It's the tea, girl, mama. It's that, girl.
It's strange to see someone who sat so far up at the top in New York City, or as Aiden would call it, the big city. And, you know, to see her fall so hard. Then we got into Jackie Cox. She wore like harem pants. She was like a Middle Eastern dancer.
Oh, yes. And that golden headpiece.
Yeah. What did you think?
I thought her headpiece was really interesting. I loved that headpiece. Her look was, I don't know, I feel like you can get that costume somewhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I thought the exact same thing. Those Isis wings.
Yes.
Every drag queen, when you first start drag, you go to Beatniks in Chicago and you pick up a pair of Isis wings. I will always applaud someone who pays tribute to their heritage, who tells a story about themselves within their costume. But for me, it was very pedestrian.
But then take it, if it's really that, if you're really that invested in it, take it one step further and like show a side that we haven't seen before yet. Like, you're the one that has the knowledge on Persian culture. Take us to a place that we haven't been to before. I feel like we've seen that look before.
That's a good point. I think what saved her was, I mean, her performance was, like I said before, I thought it was highly impressive. But I think the headpiece, like the mask, was so exciting to see. And
yeah,
to
that
see,
was really
even
cool.
though we've seen the Isis wings, seeing that whole presentation together, I think that elevated it a little. We're very Team Jackie. I don't want to see Isis wings again.
Oh no, don't say Isis.
I don't know that that's what they're called. That's just what they're called at Beatniks.
I mean, that it's what it is, yeah. Up next, we had Jan as a skydiver. She came out in this silver gray skydiver costume. The cape flew into The skydiver cape. It was a parachute. I was like, what are those called? I thought she looked stunning.
I love the idea that you go to skydive and you're like, I'm sorry, can someone help me pack my skydiver cape? I'm having a really hard time putting it in the skydiver cape purse. Is that what this is called? I've said it every week. It was clever and polished.
Ugh. She is being
I said
overlooked.
it before, I'll say it again.
She is being overlooked.
Lee Dawson tweeted, RuPaul and Michelle must have given up their Casper mattress because they are sleeping on Jan.
Dang.
It's true.
Yep.
Jan is killing it.
Mm-hmm.
Killing it. She is delivering a level of polish with the wit. It's just not something you see often.
Mm-hmm. She's being congenial.
Speaking of bringing polish and wit together, Gigi Good.
Oh, yes.
True Beverly Hills? True Beverly Hills? Excuse me? You've seen True Beverly Hills, right?
No. I thought she was a Girl Scout leader.
Dixie's left the chat.
Ah.
We have to watch it. We have to watch it. Maybe while we're quarantined, we'll figure out a way that we could do it on Zoom or something.
Okay.
I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, she paid homage to True Beverly Hills, which is like brilliant. She still made it very Gigi though. It was like that low V-neck, no titty. Oh,
looking good. Hair was right.
I mean, Beverly Hills, what a thrill.
So good.
You don't get that reference now, but you will.
Okay. And then on the runway, we had Crystal Method with her beautiful yellow floral, soft for her face.
That like satiny, silky yellow with the pink cape on the inside. Ooh.
Ooh,
she looked good.
Oh my goodness. She looked like walking art. I mean, come on, man. I mean, dude, she just looked fucking tight, man.
Oh, bro. Oh, man. I got so boned up.
I mean, that's
She's
my bro.
Beautiful. You know, I don't like to agree with Michelle Visage. And I still stand by my thing of she can be whoever she wants to be. She doesn't need to change her makeup. But seeing her in that softer makeup, I'm like, shit. That's a beautiful drag queen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then we had Heidi.
Heidi wore a black bodysuit with a corset belt, and then
The one that you get on Amazon.
The one that you get on Amazon, and a cape that was like separate from the costume. It just like it looked like three separate pieces. It didn't look like a cohesive costume.
Heidi. She is so damn likable.
She is very likable.
So charming. I think that is helping her a little in all of this. You know, I think every girl probably brings one or two looks that they're not all that confident in because they ran out of time or they didn't have enough money. Maybe this was just one of hers. Maybe this was one that she thought, oh, well, maybe the big cape will distract them.
Yeah.
It was bad.
Yeah, and maybe she's like holding back because she doesn't want to be like, oh, I don't want to make any excuses or anything.
The thing that worries me about her is that I think personality-wise, she's there. Mm-hmm. I think the look will grow over time. I don't think it's going to have enough time to grow on the show. They want her to grow, and there's just no way for her to do it right now. Like, her makeup is still rough.
Look, they packed what they packed, and what's in that suitcase is what they're pulling out.
Yeah. Well, good luck.
Good luck, girl.
Then we had back to Little Black Pussycat
Oh,
Wig.
my goodness.
Aiden
Zane.
Jesus, Aiden.
Black and red.
Little red stripes.
Fascinator over here. Trying to hide it, but we still
Silence of
see
the
that
Lambs.
wig.
I mean, why are they not saying anything to her?
I don't know.
Why is that okay?
I don't know.
I mean, maybe they are. I don't know. Crystal Method had her signature makeup for one show, and it was like, change it.
We don't like that.
Aiden's like, hi, it's the middle of this. Is it the middle of the season yet? Let's see. I could probably get a few more episodes out of this. Let's just keep going. Keep it moving.
This less is more thing,
maybe.
That's just like a pre-automated response. She doesn't believe in the less is more. Mm-hmm. She wishes she could do big, grand, extravagant things, but she just has limited resources. I'm assuming, why settle for where you're at? Why not want more for yourself?
I think that she's in a really difficult position to play devil's advocate. I think she's, like we just said with Heidi, she brought what she brought, and I think she's realizing now that the entire cast has turned on her that she's not up to snuff, and she's just gotta work with what she's got. And it's a taste level thing, you know? Like, she redid her referee look from last week, and she posted a picture this week, and she added Dalmatian ears and gloves so that now she's a Dalmatian referee, and it makes even less sense now. So maybe maybe her taste level is just different from the rest of the world.
Okay, so this is something that's just beyond her taste. It's her, it's kind of her personality, and it's not an attack on her character or anything, but she's very calculated with how she speaks too. I can like see her thinking about what she's gonna say next because she is pacing out every sentence to make sure that it is correct. Like, if you can't just naturally let it flow out, then I can't trust you as a person.
Well, I don't know.
Not
What you mean? Can I have keys to your house?
Can you what?
Do you trust me? Well, this is her first time in a city with running water.
First time taking classes at Mae West University. Full sail.
She can't believe that when she turns on the light switch, the lights just go on. She's like, all right, so who's staying up all night to churn the light churner? So
who's on the hamster wheel tonight? Are we taking shifts?
I'll take first shift of hamster wheel. If anyone... No? This next look made me giggle so loud, not because of the look, but the way it was described. Widow comes out in her watermelon cape. Before she does her titty reveal, she says, "Oh yes, my cape was inspired by a watermelon." She opens up this cape that is very clearly a watermelon. She goes, "My cape was inspired by a watermelon."
You know what?
Well, yeah.
Dream big. That's all I'll say. Dream big. And she did.
It did look like a watermelon.
I saw the inspiration there. It definitely was there.
Yeah, it translated, Widow. We got it. I thought she looked good, though. I'll be honest. I think it's probably the best she's looked.
It was very refreshing.
Did you ever used to, in Tennessee, it was a big thing where you would just buy watermelons off the side of the road. People put watermelons in the back of their trucks.
Oh, yeah, watermelon, coconut, pineapple.
My mom, she loves watermelon. She would get a giant watermelon on the back of someone's truck on the side of the road. She'd come home. She'd kill it in an hour. Eat the whole thing. She'd just stand over the kitchen counter and just...
Ugh, get a bowl, Mary, get a bowl.
The one little critique I had was, if you're gonna do a titty reveal and it is a watermelon look, I want there to be some sort of nod to that.
Yeah.
They were just crystal titties. There was no... It wasn't the same pattern. There weren't like little seeds in it.
What should have been on the titty?
I would have loved the crystals to be the same color as her hair, maybe, like green.
Oh.
Or maybe have it be the shape of a watermelon seed. Or maybe have it be like red with little tiny black dots for seeds. I don't know. I just would have liked a nod to the rest of the look. Because the rest of the look, you could tell she put so much thought into putting together.
It should be like leaking watermelon juice. And then our last look on the runway was Nikki Doll in this 90s Mugler-inspired look. Loved it.
Joan of Arc before she burned.
Before she burned.
So good.
She had the cape on, took that cape off immediately and said, "Girl, this is the tea, honey, I'm wearing it."
Would you describe that as a cape, or would you describe that as her fart blanket?
I would say that's more like high fashion fart.
That was a blanket, mama. That was her stop, drop, and roll blanket. Had Joan of Arc had that, she wouldn't have burned.
No.
Yeah, I thought she looked stunning.
She looked
so good. So good. I loved the choice. I usually don't like the shiny tight. That's just not my thing. But the shiny tight with the armor, it just made her look like an angel.
Yeah.
Stunning.
I am confused.
I mean, truly. Well, I think they're getting down to these like nitpicky things when it comes to, well, they clearly were in the bottom for the challenge. How can we make that seem, or we didn't like them in the challenge. How can we make their runway fit their performance in the challenge so we can put it at the bottom?
Right.
Because they were like, well, that's not really a cape. You kind of have fabric attached to the back. Yeah, that's a cape. She looks amazing. Shut up. Same thing with Britta. They were like, well, your cape is like see-through, and now we're really focused on the dress and not your cape. So, no, shut up. That's a cape. Shut up. So then we watched Grey's Anatomy. It was somehow even longer than we thought it would be. Did you notice Britta lost almost all of her nails on one of her hands?
No, I didn't even pay attention to that. Was it falling onto...
Yeah, there was a moment where she held on to Aiden, and she only had a middle finger and a thumb. There was not a moment you could have popped those back on in between takes. She's like, nope. Did you catch they brought Dahlia back in her broccoli costume?
Yeah, the loudest that RuPaul has ever shrieked. They're like, yeah, look at her, she's broccoli.
Slightly humiliating.
Yes.
So you've been eliminated. Fun story. We've already eliminated another person, but we want to bring you back because you did so bad. We're going to bring you in as a gag. Like, look, we're taking her to the hospital. We're trying to save her, but no one can save her because she sucks so bad. Well, I'm sure she got paid.
Hey.
So,
hey.
You're going to pay me?
Bring back that broccoli.
I'm in. Then they do something a little different they've never done before. They pull up the top 6 and they say, you were wonderful. You were all the tops. And then they name the winner.
The Trevor Project.
Yes, the Trevor Project. They won again. The Trevor Project is cleaning up. Oh, shit. Hang on. My headphones died. Let me switch to these original headphones.
Every time your headphones die, I think, oh, I'm glad I can't afford your pods.
The fuck is that? Now I have to use these old corded ones.
Old.
It's just getting in the way of my beautiful big tits. My lovely big tits. Okay, then we see the bottom 5. So the bottom 5 are Britta, Jada, Nikki, Heidi, and Crystal. Jada, not really a bottom 5. Let's
no, do not even try that with her.
Do not put her and Crystal in the bottom. I will not hear of it. Even Britta, to a degree. It was very clear who the bottom 2 were going to be. Oh, did you catch the edit? The editors, sometimes the editors are so shady. I love it. Crystal, they said, Crystal, we love your look. Like, you remind us of a Polynesian princess. And they cut to Britta going...
Right, she's like,
Yeah, because you know Britta's Polynesian.
Why are they trying to make her mad?
I was like, okay, the judges hate Britta. The editors also hate Britta. The producers hate Britta. They are really trying hard to make her the villain. I know they can only edit what you give them.
Right.
So I know that she's saying these things about how she was like Miss Nightclub and all that kind of stuff. But they're all saying that.
Right.
They're all like hyping themselves up. Like that's part of the game. But she's getting the edit where that's all we see from her. And so they're really trying to make us hate her as much as they seem to hate her.
And they really thought they were going to make Sherry the good guy. And then boom.
Hey. You want to make God laugh? Make a plan.
Make a plan.
So then, Rue does the hey, we need to fill more time. So who do you think should go home? They cut to Normani and she goes, uh-oh. Which, that was precious.
That was kind of adorable.
That was adorable. Jada immediately says Heidi. She's the first one. She says Heidi. Everyone else says Nikki. Then Nikki does that, like, classic reality TV show stunt. And they say, who do you think should go home? And she says, I can't believe I'm about to say this. Moi.
They're random.
She goes, it's moi. And that never works. That might have worked when the first person said that on like Survivor season 2. That doesn't work anymore. Because now judges go, well, you have to want to be here. Anyway, they deliberate, but it's all dumb because we know who the bottom are. It's going to be Heidi and Nikki, of course. They do their Kim Petras lip sync.
Hard to break. Mm-hmm.
Which is great for Kim Petras. She's on Drag Race, and now she can be on Michelle Visage's Separate But Equal trans Drag Race. So that'll be fun. You didn't see that article?
No.
Oh, it is maddening. Michelle Visage says that she wants her own Drag Race where it's just trans women and bio queens, which is not even like the term we use anymore. And she says, well, Drag Race has always had a bio queen. Me!
Interesting.
Ma'am.
No.
What did you think of the dance-off? What did you think of the lip sync?
It was boring.
Yeah, Nikki did what she did the first time. She wandered around. She didn't give up. I thought that was important. Heidi almost took her out once, and she saw it, and she stepped over her. And Heidi, I will say, it was high energy, but it was so disjointed. It seemed like she would dance a little, and then she'd have to recalculate.
It was out of desperation. It was like, Rue, please pick me, Rue.
Right,
Rue.
absolutely. But then, once Rue sees you wander around the stage slowly twice, I think her hands are tied. Heidi's wig, her shoes, her costume, all could have flown off, and she had no other choice.
But she was wearing Mugler. Like, she was wearing metal. Like, can you really dance in that?
Do you think it was the metal holding her back?
No, because I also saw her live at Roscoe's, and I was like,
How goofy was she at Roscoe's? Don't hold back.
She was really goofy. She did this thing where she was, like, reaching for the dollar, and then she took it.
Did she go, they do not believe I'll take this because I'm too goofy. Oh, I took it.
I will exchange this at the currency.
So, end of episode. But we did get to see Untucked, which was the best Untucked we've ever had this season.
Mm-hmm.
So, out of 5.
Juicy.
Everyone ganged up on Aiden. Then Britta, let it all hang out, was like, I'm better than this. You cannot look at Aiden and say that she's better than me. And I have to say, as bitchy as she sounded saying it, was she wrong?
She was not wrong. And she kind of changed herself after that. She said, oh, they're playing games. I didn't know we were playing those kinds of games. So I don't know what she's going to become or what she's turning into, but I think she's about to get a little mean.
Yeah, I think she's...
Can't wait to see what's going to happen.
I think she's the villain. I think she's got the villain edit. And Aiden too, Aiden had an entire cast of Drag Race jump on her while Jan just hit a giant button that wasn't a real button.
A shade button, yeah.
Where can Aiden go from here? Who knows? We'll see.
Stay tuned next week.
Stay tuned.
Snatch Game.
Oh my God, can you believe it's Snatch Game?
Already Snatch Game.
I'm so excited.
How exciting.
It's the best episode. Mainly because it's been such a train wreck as of late. So before we go, she has been in our ear this entire time. A lot of you seem to enjoy her remote minute last week. So I promise you, she will lower the bar even further this week. Please welcome to your phone, I'm assuming while you poop, Alexis P. Bevels.
Hello, and welcome to my Intern Minute. My name's Alexis P. Bevels. The P stands for Perforated Edges. And I think we all know what that means. I've never had crabs. Okay, y'all were talking about majoring in Mae West. Hi, I'd like to apply to your university. What do you want to major in? I'd like to major in Mae Western agriculture. I've never had crabs. Oh, I was gonna say guess my trade. Guess my trade of the season. Who I am the absolutely horniest for. It's actually all of them, but mostly Crystal Method and Jackie Cox. I've never had crabs. Grey's Anatomy is one of those shows that has been on forever. And I feel like I have seen, this is the final season promo, 10 times. I think Grey's Anatomy has been going on since Dixie started drag. The 80s? I've never had crabs. That Dahlia scene, that was their revenge on her for leaving with such a bad attitude. I've never had crabs. Oh, this? You want to see? This is my new shirt. Purchasable, available on Amazon.com. And they come in short sleeve. They come in men's and women's premium tees, short sleeves. Do you hear that? And long and short, I got a long. It's really cozy and really comfy. And it's really cute. The design is by our friend Jonathan Charles from Milwaukee. Shout out to Jonathan. I love it. Look at him. Look at him. There's 3 of me because I'm a triple threat. I've never had crabs. And lastly, I hope you're all staying inside. I hope you're all making good choices. I hope you're all going to the virtual drag shows and tipping the queens. Again, I want to echo Dixie's comments. I love, love, love you for being so supportive. Honestly, couldn't survive without you. So thank you so much. I love you. I've never had crabs.
We are living in trying times right now, and we want to give a quick thank you to all of our tippers that have sent us money to our COVID fund. These people are...
I mean, truly, the amount of generosity we have seen is so amazing, and it is not ending anytime soon. So truly, your support as we continue to try and bring you this content and continue to try and live as drag queens, we just truly appreciate it, and we love you so much.
A tear to my eye.
We will be back next week. Thank you so much for waiting for this episode as well. We know it was out a little late, but you know, as we said at the beginning, we had to move. So Chan, coming from the future, how's your new apartment? Do you love it?
Yeah. I love it so much. I am so happy with this new cat I got.
Oh my God.
Mrs. Girl is the thing right now. She is the moment. I can't wait to get back to working on this paint job that I have. I don't have permission from them to do it, but you know what? Who asks for permission anyways?
Exactly. You asked for forgiveness. Am I right, ladies?
No, yeah.
Well, we'll love you. We'll see you next week. Goodbye.
Bye. Bye.
I've never had crabs. 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 I've never had crabs.